Everything about an E-Type, it should attack every sense. That view down the bonnet, the noise, the smell, everything about it should be in tune. And when it is, it's beautiful. It's just, it's great. Hello, my name's Angus Moss and I'm the owner of Moss Jaguar. We started the business about 10 years ago, focusing only on E-Types. We don't work on anything else. So we were asked to work on Mark IIs and 420s, etc. We don't, because we specialise focusing on what we know. Even today, I can walk in here, look around me and think, wow. Still get that buzz and you never lose it. I've owned an E-Type since '76, so I was in the RAF and I bought my first one, which was Series 1 3.8 fixed head, and it was a restoration project because the cars weren't maintained very well for a long time. They went through a period where you could buy them cheap and they were still a bloody good car. They were a fast car, but dangerous because they weren't being maintained. An E-Type in particular is a fantastic car because it's a very simple car to actually own and drive, but it's also a very complicated car to get right. And that's where you'll see a lot of bad E-Types. And E-Types will get bad press because they've not been maintained properly or put together properly. So the whole ethos is that people will say the electrics are no good. They're 60 years old. Replace the loom, replace all the bits associated, and also upgrade wherever you can with modern components that will be better, not electromechanical. Things like the alternators on the early cars had a separate regulator box. Throw it away, fit a modern alternator, and then you've got reliability. The ideal car is a complete car. I mean, if it's rotten and hasn't been touched, fine, doesn't matter. It's where they've been restored in the past badly, and there are a lot of them about, and you're trying to put right what people have done wrong. So what we love is, say, a Californian black plate car, faded paintwork, faded trim, but it's all there. If you like the original colour of the car, go with that. If you don't, go with a Jaguar colour, if you can, and a colour combination, go with that. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine, it doesn't matter, but just be aware of the market, of the resale value, And now what's interesting, people will say, well, a restoration would cost me about 200k plus, and it will. What's the car worth once it's finished? 150? Thereabouts. So why would I do it? Well, you're doing it because you want to create memories with the car. We build our cars to be driven, to be used. So the way it works here is that every car has a workshop owner. So I can say to them, how's that coming? How's that going? How's that doing? And they're really proud of it. They don't want people touching their cars. And so when the owner comes in, he can talk to the workshop owner because they've both got a history with the car. Going anywhere with an E-Type is an adventure. It really is an adventure. It's exciting. You get that knot in your stomach the night before. Have I got everything ready? Have I got everything packed? Have I covered off all the bases? And always makes me smile. People say, well, what if I break down? Another adventure. Back in the 70s, we didn't have mobile phones. I couldn't afford to be a member of the AA or the RAC. So if we broke down, you would trudge off and either fix the car yourself. If you couldn't do that, you'd trudge off and find a phone box, and phones, don't know who you'd phone, but you phone someone. Like nowadays, dead easy. What's the problem? You'll be inconvenienced. You're not going to be in danger. You can get the car and yourself home again. It's not an issue. Just get out and drive it. The more you drive them, the better they get. My name is Angus Moss, and I'm the extremely fortunate owner of Moss Jaguar.